This game preview is brought to you by Manscaped's Premium Ultra Soft Boxer Briefs 2.0, complete with the all-new jewel pouch to protect your stones. Use the promo code SACCITY for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Manscaped, the perfect tools to protect your jewels.
Next game on our list, we got two more left here. Next game on our list is the Green Bay Packers traveling to Tampa to take on the Buccaneers. The Bucs are 1.5-point favorites with an over/under of 42 points in this game. Honestly, dude, it's been I can't keep track of what this what the odds makers are trying to put favor in this game. It has been Bucs 1.5 even, and then Bucs 1, and then even. It's like I don't think Vegas knows what to do in this situation for who they think.
Well, they're not driving. They're not driving the line. The bettors are driving the line.
The what?
The bettors are driving the line. So when that goes from 1.5 to even, it means that more people are putting money on the other side. When it goes back to 1.5, then they're putting money on the other side. The public is driving with the number.
So the public doesn't obviously know what they want here when it comes to choosing the Packers or the Bucs. It's a true pick 'em. Yeah, that's what it's coming down to here. But let's flash you back. Let's flash you back. And this moment is not only just special because of it. This moment not only matters because of this game, but it's special and holds a soft spot in my heart. And I'll tell you after. But last year, 2 years ago, 2020 NFC Championship game, the Green Bay Packers took on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Packers were down 8 points. And instead of letting Aaron Rodgers stay on the field, they decided to say, okay, let's kick this field goal and let's hope we get the ball back and then put it in Aaron Rodgers' hands. They never got the ball back. Tampa won that game, would go on to the Super Bowl. They would win the Super Bowl. But we never got to see Aaron Rodgers with the ball again in that NFC title game. And Aaron, I don't know if you remember this, but this was one of the biggest episodes in our personal friend group's history when we did the NFC Championship game. Dylan lost his shit about Aaron Rodgers. We recapped this game, and we were all questioning the move from Matt LaFleur about not giving Aaron Rodgers the ball. That's enough of my soliloquy flashback here. It's 2022. Different story. Maybe. You're huffing and puffing. How are you feeling over there?
I'm actually upset at myself because I don't remember the conversation or which side. I mean, I remember the conversation, but I don't remember which side I was on. And that bothers me right now.
We'll have to go back and look.
Because my take now is a little bit different. Like maybe it's different. Maybe it's the exact same. I'll be honest. I don't remember what I thought about that.
Well, let me ask you some questions about this game, and I will do my producer job, and I will go look up where you stood on the matter. But let's talk about this game here. The Packers' rushing attack has been absolutely incredible for them so far. It's been the highlight of this team. Although in the offseason, we did talk about how the Packers were going to lean on Aaron Jones. He was going to be their number one receiver at the end of the day. It's been Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon really getting the job done for this team. What have you liked so much? And can they rely on this style all season long? That's the question I should be asking here. Can they rely on the way this offense is running all season long and taking it into the playoffs?
Yeah, I don't see why not. They've done it before. This is not the first time this offense has ran this way. I talked about this, I believe, last week. When Matt LaFleur first got there, this is what the Green Bay Packers did, and everybody talked about Aaron Rodgers not liking it or being unhappy about it. But this is what they did. He only threw the ball 569 times when he first got there. Then it was 526. Then it's 531. He doesn't. Their offense is slower paced. He doesn't throw the ball a ton like some of these quarterbacks are well over 600 pass attempts. But that season he was 25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, then 26-4, then 48-5. They've relied on this running game now for a couple of years, and this is what their offense is. They are a slow-paced, very efficient and effective offense. I absolutely think it's something that they can keep up. I think it's what they need to keep up because it allows those wide receivers to make impact plays, but not be relied upon to make every play. And I think that's important for the Green Bay Packers. So Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, get them involved. If Aaron Rodgers only throws 26 touchdowns and throws 4 picks this year for 4,000 yards again, guess what? Green Bay probably won the division, probably sitting as a top seed in the NFC, and probably making another deep playoff run. Because that defense is really good too.
Yeah, no, their defense is really good, but also their defense was really bad in week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings. Which defense do you think steps up here in this game? And do you think that it's maybe a trend that we're going to see with the Green Bay Packers of Packers good defense, Packers bad defense, Packers good defense, Packers bad defense? Do you think that's the trend, or do you think this defense kind of levels out and becomes consistent for the rest of the season?
No, the Packers are a good defense. You know me, I'm not going to ever react to just one game, a division game, 1 week. And despite, I know they were not good early in that Minnesota game, but they did tighten up late in that game. And it wasn't like they were atrocious. They only gave up 23 points. It's not like they gave up 30. So if that's a bad defense, then hey, I'm all for it. Like right now, they're only giving up 16 points per game. That's number 7 in the NFL right now. And that's with a quote bad game. So if that's a bad game, send it. I'll take that all year. Yards per game, they're only giving up 311. That's top 10. I don't know. They're only giving up 150. Well, I can't say that because that was Justin Fields. That don't count. Justin Fields does not count.
That's the thing. Against a good offense, this defense got beat. Against a bad offense, this defense looked great.
Beat is hard to say when your offense only scores 7 points. I mean, if you told me that week 1 Minnesota was going to go to Green, or they were going to play Green Bay, and Green Bay or Minnesota was going to score 23 points, everybody that you know would have picked Green Bay. Yes or no? Most part, everybody you know would have picked Green Bay, and that's the thing. So I don't think their defense played bad. It wasn't their best game, but I don't think they played bad, and I think but that's how good this roster is. That's what we hold them to. The expectations we hold them to is supposed to be elite. So, yeah, they're going to have some games where they give up a little bit more because that's football. But I have no concerns about their defense. I think their defense is good. And as long as their offense stays on the field and keeps their defense at advantageous situations, they'll continue to be good. And I think they can do that here against Tampa as well.
On the Packers or on the Bucs side of things, obviously a very banged up and torn apart wide receiver group. No Mike Evans in this game. No Chris Godwin in this game. Borderline no Julio Jones in this game. Who steps up for this Bucs offense without pretty much every one of their wide receivers?
Should I say Brashad Perriman? No, I don't know. Russell Gage. I mean, if you're looking for weapons, I would say it needs to be Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette needs to have a good day. He did not have a good day last week. Despite you saying he did. So yeah, I would say it's Leonard Fournette, or maybe the offensive line playing a little bit better, allowing Tom Brady. You can see the frustration on Tom Brady's face. And I'm sorry, I love it when Tom Brady gets frustrated. I love him breaking the tablets on the sideline and doing things like that. It's one of those situations where he's experienced everything that there is to offer in the NFL. And he knows, like, either some guy's not making a play, maybe it's him, maybe it's not. But I think collectively they just need to be more efficient. Leonard Fournette has to run the football well because that'll open up play action. Play action will allow Cameron Brate and Russell Gage to get over the middle of the field. That play action will also allow the deep shots to Brashad Perriman, and then hopefully they can put up enough points to hang with the Green Bay team that I think can have some success running the football. Especially, you look at week 1, Dallas. Dallas had a running game against Tampa, was going well early, stopped running the football. Week 2, New Orleans, running well early against that Tampa defense, it was pretty efficient, stopped running the football, and that's when the game changed. So when Green Bay gets on the field, and we just talked about it, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, I expect them to continue to run the football, going directly at the middle of that Tampa Bay defense. Make Devin Smith, Devin Lloyd, always get those two mixed up. Devin Smith continue to make tackles, make those safeties come up, and then you, Aaron Rodgers, you take your shots to Christian Watson, Sammy Watkins, or Alan Lazard. I think it's important for Green Bay to stay grounded in this game, but I would like them to speed up the pace, even though I know Matt LaFleur is probably not going to do that because, again, this offense is one of the slowest offenses in all of the NFL. So I don't expect that to change week 3 of 2022.
Well done. Well done. That gave me enough time to be able to travel back in time to see what you said about
Your mic
Aaron
is
Rodgers.
off, by the way. Your mic is off. I don't know.
My mic is off?
It's not the same. You're talking through something else. It sounds different.
What?
I mean, it's fine. I'm just telling you it sounds loud.
That's weird because my mic is is on the same thing as it was before. Can you hear me now? Are we good?
Now you sound good.
That's very weird. To go back in time to 2020 when the NFC Championship game with the Packers and the Bucks, where you stood on the field goal, not field goal, leave Aaron Rodgers on the field, you were confused. You were very confused, but you, in typical Aaron fashion, did not lean so heavily on the one play. You were confused and questioned the entire game from the Green Bay Packers in that 2020 NFC Championship game against the Bucks. So you were confused and you were a little rattled by the fact that they took Aaron Rodgers off the field, but you, again, in typical Aaron fashion, did not give a shit about what was being said about the show on the show, did not give a shit about the topic. You decided to go in your own way and say, it's not about that.
But that's why. It's because I know, like, again, I know that's the biggest moment, but Aaron Rodgers had 3 downs before that to make a play, and he didn't. And everybody always wants to harp on the one moment. It's the last year Dallas in the playoffs with Dak Prescott running and trying to slide and spike it in time, and everybody focused on that one play. And I kept telling people, like, do you think that play cost them the game? Hell no. Yeah. There were so many moments that led up to that. The same thing happened on this 4th down play. If Green Bay gets the ball back there and does stop Tampa, nobody ever talks about Matt LaFleur not going for it. And so those are the things that I look at when I watch a football game. You can watch the most important play or what you feel like is the most important play. I'm watching the entire game because it is truly 4 quarters of football that determine a football game. The touchdown in the first quarter mattered. When these things happen, yes, they do matter, and there is more heightened, importance. But that one 4th down play where they chose to kick the field goal, Green Bay didn't move the ball.
Yeah. Let me ask you this.
Scored on 3rd down.
Let me ask you this dumb question before we get into our predictions. So Aaron Rodgers, in his last 2 games in the state of Florida, account for 2 of his 4 worst passer rating games in his career. Last season, week 1 against the Saints, that game that got moved to Jacksonville because of the hurricane, and then the 2020 game in the NFC Championship against the Bucks. His completion percentage 46% and then 54%. Neither game passed for over 165 yards. No touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers has been poopy in the state of Florida for the past 2 seasons. Does that matter? Because, I mean, we talk about it matters when we talk about the Patriots and the Miami Dolphins going down to Miami. So why doesn't it matter with Tampa?
What do you mean does it? But I guess maybe I should clarify. What do you mean does it matter?
Like, is me saying those stats, like, is that a typical, Aaron, that don't mean shit kind of thing?
I don't think that matters. I think when you try to compare that to the Patriots are going to play their division rival in Miami.
This is just
this is one game, and it's an out of division game. It's not like Tampa and Green Bay know each other really well. They don't play each other all the time. I just don't think. I don't think that.
All right. Well, let's get into predictions. Who you got?
I'm taking the Packers.
You son of a bitch. I'm gonna step in here. This is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. The worst times. You had although you had to go on that solo for quite some time. You were great. There was no pausing at all.
I know.
But here, when it comes down to it, and you got to get to your prediction, unbelievable.
I'm taking the Packers. Taking the Packers 27-24.
I'll go Packers here as well. I'll go 28-24 Packers. AJ has the Bucks here 24-21.
Dylan has the Bucks as well.
Interesting. So we have a split. A split.